The opening track is from my mate Mutant. His music is in the description below. Serve remote. I have noticed some of these skinny locks, some of the old paddles are a bit stiff. Good for stretching. Come on, push, push. There we go. There we go. And it's so every woman, every man. Lots of locks on this journey in such a short period of time as well. And this lady here, well, she was on holiday, sharing it with her husband. She was doing all the work, he was just being lazy, sat on the back of the boat. And here we are, putting the worlds to right. Another stiff paddle look. The way the gate's moving. Make the last stand. And it's see those two specks on the right? Right 2 o'clock. Geese. Well, famous geese they are. Well, in the Cropredy area anyway. Because there ain't nothing left for me to do where I'm leaving home and I'm leaving. Here they come. Ready to have a pop at me. Look at them, look at them. Look at you. Oi! Look at you. Hey, hey, hey. You're even trying to get in. What's the score? Hey? Angry, goosey. I don't know what's wrong with you two. I've brought Colin and Trevor out on a battlefield tour, and the reason why I wanted to do that is because Cropredy, which is where we are at, had a battle, and it was the Battle of the Cropredy Bridge. I don't understand why the bridge was required, but that's what it's known as. Now, imagine then the parliamentarians, this is 1664, and you've got the parliamentarians, Ollie Cromwell, I don't know whether he was alive at that time, and King Charles I. So up there on the high ground was Charles I's gang, occupying the high ground, and where we're stood, positioned, is roughly where the parliamentarians would be standing. Now it does say in the literature, let's try and get a bit of light, it does say in the literature that it started early afternoon and went on until after tea. And it ended up as a stalemate. Now, I would imagine back in the day that war fighting was a lot harder than what it is today. It's not easy today, let me tell you. However, back then when you've got your armour on, I mean, we had armour on, you know, all that sort of stuff. It weighs about 20 kilos, and then you've got your webbing and your gun and your bullets and all that rubbish. All that, and your water and your hat. I mean, they're much the same thing. but I reckon that armour was heavy. And they didn't have waterproof boots, or maybe they did, I don't know. I mean, I've got my welly boots on. But you get the point. I reckon in the day, war fighting then, when you're facing that way, and you can hear the war cries of the people going opposite. And then on the high ground, maybe not as far as the high ground, because I don't think the archers could fire that far, but you'd have people doing up-to-date mortar rounds, artillery and all that sort of stuff, softening the troops. It would have been hard work. And you've got the war cries, as I said, and you've got to then edge forward and go into battle. I don't think we changed those tactics until after the First World War. Not really. That's a long time, isn't it? And then we went to the manoeuvrous approach in the Second World War. But other than that, so this is the Battle of Cropredy. We're standing on the ground where people have fallen, where people have fought, until tea time. Then it was time to go home for a cup of tea and a slice of cake. Could do that in the old cafe, couldn't we? Or stop for a pint in the local pub. Don't know. What was it over? Couldn't tell you. A bridge. What was the use of that bridge? Couldn't tell you. And also, the other thing that Cropredy is famous for is the Fairport Convention, which is like a peaceman type of festival. So it could be argued Cropredy is a modern day version of War and Peace. That was an exciting read for those of you who read it. Anyway, there we go. Here endeth today's history lesson. Did you learn anything?
Yeah. I learned that you must bring a spare battery for your main camera.
No. Nope.
Oh yeah.
But I've got my welly boots on, so I've got dry feet. What about you lot?
I've got my waterproof
Military boots on. I know they're not waterproof, so I know Colin's lying because those are military boots and they're crap. And he's got his DMs on. Trev's got DMs on, so they may be slightly drier. Oh, there we go. Anyway, as I said, end of battlefield tour. County boundary, and we're walking over now the Cropredy Bridge. I don't understand the military significance of it, to be honest. I mean, I don't know if it's the only place on the River Cherwell for some distance that you could cross the River Cherwell without getting your feet wet. And equally, I don't know how deep the river is, how wide the river is. Well, I do, because it's as wide as this, look. And down there, so that's 5 foot deep, roughly. Anyway, however deep it is, it would have been quite hard with your battle armour on. So this would have been what is known as a choke point, because you have to slow down across it. And that's the way it goes. So there we go, military significance, slim, but you have to live at the time, ain't you? 1664 in June. I bet it was a hot day as well. Oh. And you know, it's one of those things if you're fighting, yeah, with the old swords and your pikes and all that sort of stuff. Oh, and I bet you can't complain, you're a bit thirsty. But that doesn't happen. Anyway, I'll go into the pub. That's thirsty for you. So we're at the pub. Just a little bit of background, because I found some information out. There was about 9,000 men per each side. That's quite a lot really, isn't it? Each army was comprised of infantry, pikesmen and musketeers, dragoons, which are mounted infantry, cavalry, and a number of cannons. The king had lured two parliamentary armies of Waller and the Earl of Essex away from besieging the royalist capital in Oxford. On the morning of the 29th of June, having been followed by Waller to Banbury, the king marched along the line of the modern A361. Waller followed from across the River Cherwell and saw the Royalist army becoming strung out over some 1.5 miles. The parliamentarians attacked across the river using Cropredy Bridge. The battle ended up in a stalemate, with both armies facing each other across the Cherwell for the remainder of the day. In the weeks that followed, a significant part of Waller's armies mutinied, and over half their men deserted as a result of their setback at Cropredy. Right, the defeat of Cropredy Bridge contributed to the formation of by Parliament of the regular force led by professional officers. This new model army would decide the war in the Parliament's favour the following year. So this was the start of the Civil War, led by professional officers. Are we still waiting for them? I wonder. If you're an officer, don't comment. I'm taking the mick. Cheers. Quite a nice pint. Spring's kind of here. Do I need the fire on? No. So we're getting to the stage where I'm running out of coal, I'm running out of kindling, and I don't need the fire on, which is quite good. It goes on occasionally at night. Well, it goes on all the time at night, actually. And it burns throughout the night and it goes out during the day. How does that work? It's not warm enough to have the fire on, and it's not cold enough not to have the fire on. We're in that transition period. And I like being warm. It's 14. It will warm up during the day. Choices I've got. Anyway, I'm going down to Cropredy to get breakfast with Colin. Hello. I wonder how often this is emptied, but at least, well, gate's locked, so it's for boaters. What other facilities are here? Water point. So toilet and Elsan point, that's not bad. But breakfast required. Trouble with eating outside, it gets cold quick, and I have to eat hot food. So I'm shoveling it down my face. Tasty, tasty.
Tell you what, the legs feel it this morning.
It's got windy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And my hands are cold.
Oh, you haven't got your gloves? Oh, I've got my gloves on.
I got my gloves on.
I got my gloves on.
He's improving, you know. He's not giving up, and he's getting quicker. Good lad. Keep going. Oh. Keep going, don't stop.
I'm not.
Next hill.
Yeah, round the corner. Ah.
Come on. This is a hill that keeps on giving. When I got out of bed, brilliant blue sky. Thought we were on for a nice day here. No. From 11 o'clock, rain all day. Which is a great shame. Towpaths have just started to dry out. But one thing, cycling with Cole, is I got to have a rest every couple of minutes while I'm waiting for him. I bet that didn't half wind him up. It would me if I was him. So nice, quaint cottages. Cropredy. Nice. Rural Oxfordshire. Look at that. Look at that over there. Come on. Here, get there. Did this yesterday. He was shouting and screaming on the way up. Blowing, huffing and puffing he was. Good man.
Is it this left turn?
Yeah. Top of the hill, mate. Done well.
Yeah, 314 foot according to the elevation. Yeah,
It's a slight incline.
yeah, fine. Yep.
Come on. Go on, you get in front.
I will. Come on.
Banbury. Do you know what? If you can get in here, what a great little mooring spot. There is between April and November or something, it's 2-day moorings. All winter, 14-day moorings. That Lock 29, what a load of old conch that is. Such a dark, dingy. It's supposed to be up to date, ready down with the kids and all that sort of. No, dark, dingy crap. But shopping centre, not too far away is, well, there's a Pizza the Hut or Pizza Express or something similar. But great little mooring spot this, if you can find a spot. Whether Colin comes down here or not, I don't know. I can't, because I've got pre-arranged stuff going on. But I tell you what, certainly worth a shout. Absolutely love it. There's a Nando's over there. Never been in Nando's. Pizza Express, that's a posh pizza place. That's nice. Bit windy. Wind's channeled in, but I have to say, I'm impressed with Banbury. Bit brighter over there. I have to say that Colin's improving on his biking, but it is raining an awful lot at the moment. I don't like the rain. If there's one bit of weather I don't like, it's the rain. Cold, easy. Hot, heat, easy. Rain, it's just a dampener. Puts a dampener on everything, doesn't it? For whatever reason. People liked these last week, but that was Easter. I won't be wearing them again until next year. That's life on a narrowboat. I think, well, Colin said he's lost quite a lot of weight. I suppose he has, really. I've looked at some pictures of him when he first got on the boat, and he has. So narrowboat life can be as difficult or as easy as you want it to be, but what it is good at, if you have the physical approach to going to the shops instead of using the bus, Shanks's pony or the bicyclette is a good thing. And it certainly improved my overall fitness without doing too much stuff in the gym. And Colin's, for that matter. So that's always good. I'm trying my best to show you what this life is like. The wind is changing, the seasons are changing, and my life is changing. More about that perhaps next week. But thank you for those people that have bought me merch. Merch is going down well. The link's in the description below if you want to have a look at the website and maximise your life. T-shirts are out. So if you want to maximise your life by maximising the brand, really, I'm going to tell you more about my maximisation of life in a forthcoming video. Well, it's next week. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, those of you that have, thanks for those that have bought the merch, and thank you, for giving me some time, and I appreciate it. So until next week, ciao, Papa.